Welcome to Ben Armstrong Crypto. This is the home of me, Ben Armstrong, crypto, and you. Guys, tonight I want to talk about my 3 biggest regrets in crypto. That's right, I've made a lot of mistakes in my crypto life, and certainly right at the top of the list, don't trust people around you. That's number 1. But that's not actually on my list. There's a lot of things I could say on this list. I could say I regret getting hacked. I can say that I regret, not investing in a coin that was next, obviously, right? I mean, there's a lot of things I could tell you. There's a lot of mistakes I made. I could tell you I structured my business wrong, right? I can tell you all those things. And there's certainly like individual things like saying stupid stuff on the channel before or, getting arrested outside of a man's house, for loitering. Hardcore loitering. I can say a lot of things, but I really want to focus on what I think the 3 biggest regrets that I have in regards to concepts and philosophies that would have made me a lot of money, right? Like in my old company, a lot of people know the CFO lost $3 million on Celsius of everybody's money. And the fact is, of my money. The fact is, it's easy for me to say something like that, right? Certainly trusting custodians too much would be a potential, but I think these 3 concepts here, these regrets that I have, they'll help you tremendously in your crypto journey because they're really going to demonstrate a lot of things that if I could go back, I would do differently, but things I can even take now and I can do differently. I can take these regrets and I can apply them now to be able to make more money than, even a $3 million loss. That's an individual regret. That's a mistake, okay? I'm talking about regrets I have about the way that I've approached crypto. Certainly me selling, buying $450 worth of Bitcoin in 2012 that would have been worth $3 million in 2021. Certainly that's a regret. Now, imagine I bought $10,000 worth of Bitcoin that year and did all the same stuff. I would have kept it. What a regret, right? But no, these 3 things right here, I believe are really important. Are going to help you in your crypto journey. And these are regrets that I have and things that I'm going to try to do different going forward. Okay. Number 1 regret I have, and I think almost everybody in crypto who's been around for a while through multiple cycles will probably say the same thing. The number 1 thing I regret is not taking more profits. Conceptually, taking profits is a good thing, but emotionally, you feel bad for doing it in a sense. You're like, I'm selling out on this project. I don't want to do it. You also have tension because you feel like maybe you're missing out on many more gains, right? Like if you sell now, you take the profits now and you made $1 million, well, shoot, what if it 50Xs? You could have $50 million. Like obviously things that are irrational, but these are the things that you think when the market is going up. And so I'm going to tell everybody in this next cycle, like we are going to be taking profits hot and heavy the entire time. Because the same way you can look at the Bitcoin cycle and you can look at the 4-year charts of Bitcoin and you can look at the spikes that we had in 2021 that made the spikes we had in 2017 look like nothing. But those were really, really, really big spikes, right? So you look back on the cycles of Bitcoin and you can say, okay, like if I had bought and sold the bottom and sold the top of these cycles, look how much more money I would have. Well, you can make that same argument within a cycle. You can say, if you took profits on every time one of your coins 5x or 10x or whatever the case may be, took big profits and maybe just cash some out, or put it in real estate or precious metals, or stocks. No, I wouldn't do that. But maybe not just taking the profits out and then rolling into more projects, because eventually all the projects go down in the bear market, right? On the way up, please take profits. That's the number. I would have so much more money. You can play the tops and the bottoms of the individual cycles, right? Obviously, you're going to have several 25 to 40% retracements within a bull market. So that means that those are all opportunities where you see massive profits quickly and you can sell and take profits. And then the price usually will go back down and you can buy back in for lower. Okay. So number 1, take profits. Number 2, the grass is always greener. I want everybody to pay attention to regrets number 2 and regrets number 3 because they're kind of linked together in a way, but they're not mutually exclusive, okay? So sometimes what happens is hype comes into the market. Right? That's how it works, right? But hype comes in for certain projects, okay? And I was talking about this on Crypto Crossfire. Make sure you guys check out that show every day, Monday through Friday, starting next week, this week, Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I was on Crypto Crossfire about Ethereum. Like a big regret I have is giving up on Ethereum in 2018 and not buying back in until 2020 because I thought EOS and Tron were going to be the ones. I thought the Telegram ICO that now is Toncoin, I thought maybe that was going to be the one. The SEC ain't allowed to launch. There were tons of great platforms. And of course, I'm a young and impressionable influencer at that point. So, well, maybe not young, experience-wise, maybe young. But people come to me and they say, oh, you got to come check out this project. Go check out this chain. This chain is awesome. Like I remember there's this coin back in the day called Apollo, right? And I didn't know what it is now. They've morphed it like 7 times. It was a crappy project to begin with, right? But I had so many people that were around me that were telling me like, this is the one. And my buddy Jay Chains, Jay Chains got married to his Apollo bag. He finally dumped it at some point. I begged him to dump it at some point. But, the thing is that Apollo was never going to do anything. But there were people behind it that really believed, the community believed, because that's what they were led to believe. Now, was the intention there to actually do something good or not? I don't know. But there were all these ecosystems and platforms that were popping up and misdirection. You start looking at those and you forget you've got Cardano and Ethereum and Solana. Where are my Solana soldiers at? Okay. It's been around. Solana's been around for a while. Okay. You've got BNB. You have these coins that have been around for a while now that have true and proven track records. Don't turn away from those and look at the next squirrel that goes running by, because it's okay to look and chase those squirrels and to invest in projects that are volatile and risky and may have a more potential, higher potential for X's. It can go 10, 20, 50, 100X, as opposed to Ethereum is going to have a hard time 10 to 15Xing in the next bull run. That should be easy, right? But Ethereum is still going to crush it and it's still going to do well. And for you guys that are starting to build some wealth, like, don't discount. Look, Ethereum could run to $20,000 or $30,000. Don't think it can't, because it can. You're taking safety knowing Ethereum's going to be around. We got ETFs now. It's becoming a store of value on its own. And then you can look back at these other projects. Yes, the potential is higher, but the potential for those to do a 1x or go down 99% are also usually a higher percentage. So don't get caught up in the hype of the newest platform. Here's all the time. There's so much better tech than Ethereum. Yeah, there is. But Ethereum got the proven track record. And that will, having projects in your portfolio that fit that standard, that's very important, okay? Number 3 regret that I have when it comes to crypto and being kind of looking at the philosophies and things of crypto, the number 3 regret that I have is waiting too late to jump on trends. Okay, now it may sound mutually exclusive, may sound counterintuitive, if you will, to what I just said. Okay, but what I just said is make sure you're sticking with the things that have the proven track record. Give them a piece of your portfolio, diversify. Okay, but then I'm also telling you that it is okay to have a risky part of your portfolio, 20% of your 10% of your portfolio that's risky, that you are willing to throw in projects that could go to zero, or at least not have the same kind of security a top 20, top 10, top 20, top 50, top 100 project has, okay? Top 100, okay, but top 50 is pretty solid, okay? They don't have those same kind of prospects. But it's okay to invest in those projects too, because that is where if you hit 1 out of 10, you're gonna absolutely crush it, right? So you don't want to be over leveraged and have all of your money in your portfolio in, because then you might have one that crushes you, get back to even. But you've got to find those new trends, okay? And if you're going to have a riskier part of your portfolio, you should be looking into those trends, not random crypto projects. And you've got to hear the tea leaves. You've got to understand when the trends are coming, because what a lot of people do is they sit and they wait and they say, okay, I feel like this is going to be a big niche, okay? Like supply chain tracking. I've always thought it was going to be a big niche. It still has not become a big niche. So you just got VeChain. Like I was wrong. It makes sense, functional for blockchain, but VeChain's the only major player in that space. There's several other players. I think Ambrosia isn't even around anymore. You got Origin Trail Origin Trail. You got several other in that same vein. Okay, but VeChain's the only pony in the show. Okay, nobody's ever said that phrase before. I created that, pony in the show. Okay, but like these new trends are coming. I thought that trend was coming because it made sense looking at it. But the community and actually crypto, like what was going on in crypto, has never reflected supply chain tracking being a trend. But I've tended in my career to fight against the trends that are actually happening, which is crazy to me now to think about. I fought against meme coins, finally gave in to meme coins, and I made a ton of freaking money, right? Bitcoin was spurred out of that meme coin bonanza. Now, everybody obviously knows Bitcoin is a great project. It's not a meme coin. V2 launching on Halloween, by the way. You guys make sure to check out Bitcoin. It's going to crush it. That's going to be your biggest crypto regret, staying away from Bitcoin. But the fact is that when you are looking at these trends, like you see the meme coin trend, I push back against it. The NFT trend, I kind of embraced that one in the very beginning in 2020. It's been in waves, okay? Metaverse. I got into Metaverse pretty early. So Metaverse, I can say I followed that trend, okay? Blockchain gaming, Axie Infinity. I did have an investment in, smooth love potion that goes along with Axie Infinity, but that was only because somebody told me. I wasn't even in the trend. Like blockchain gaming, I missed all the money in all those projects, okay? You look at DeFi. I was late into DeFi. Now, compared to you, I was very early in DeFi, right? But probably. But for some people, like I was about 2 months late to DeFi, okay? Those 2 months, I knew what was going on. I was watching it, and I kind of missed that opportunity. So there are other trends that come around, and they will continue to come around. I mean, I could really say, like, you had the yield farming projects, you had the low supply project, you had all kinds of stuff. You had DAOs, right? You have all kinds of these trends, and when they hit, they're really, really hot. But people tend to fight back. The food coins I was not in DeFi when the food coins launched. That was really what kicked off DeFi summer. And it wasn't until towards yield farming coming out that I really got, knee deep or neck deep, as you could say, into DeFi. But now I'm being, like when I got in the meme coins back in April, I'm being a little more attentive to what's going on with the trends. AI, I was late to the AI trend this year. That was when I could have been in the very beginning and I missed it. So I'm telling you what I'm hearing, something, I'll give you guys here's a nugget. You guys ever been to Cookout? You can get a nugget as a side. You get a Cookout tray, $6.99. Get yourself a milkshake. Get yourself a bacon wrap with no lettuce. Get yourself some chicken nuggets, okay? To go along with your barbecue sandwich. I digress, okay? But the fact is here's your nugget, okay? The nugget is when the new trend right now, if you guys want to understand what I'm talking about when I'm saying chasing the trend, a new trend, and we're going to be talking on Monday. We're going to be having a video about FriendTech, a tutorial walkthrough, and then the following week, we're going to be talking about this niche, okay? This is a niche to watch. This is a niche to start digging into and looking around and seeing what kind of coins, because this is a trending niche right now, and it's about to blow up, okay? SocialFi. It's sites similar to Friend.tech, social media platforms. They're wrapped in with finance. This is coming. We may get the winter, the SocialFi, winter, like the DeFi summer. But that sounds bearish, so we don't want that. Okay, we want SocialFi summer in the winter. That's what we want. I think we may see it. But the fact is, this is definitely a niche to watch. In a couple weeks, we're gonna have a video that's gonna show you guys some of those coins. But for right now, definitely FriendTech is the leader in the house. But I don't even understand this airdrop. I don't even know if they have a coin. I think somehow there's an airdrop. Maybe I don't know what the coin is they're airdropping. I haven't even looked into it yet. So I've got a meeting with a guy on Monday to go over all this and to do a full walkthrough so I can do a tutorial on it. So SocialFi is the kind of trend I'm talking about. Look around, see what these SocialFi coins are. Just Google SocialFi and you'll probably find some stuff there. And check it out. I think it's really cool and it's going to take over and we're going to be able to make a lot of money probably in the next 2 months with SocialFi. So something we're going to be focusing on. So there you go. Those are my 3 biggest regrets. Not taking more profits. That's a regret. buying into the hype of new projects and new platforms and overlooking the importance of the stalwarts of the space, okay? The oldies but the goodies. And number 3, not following the trends in a more timely manner. I could have made so much more money if I would have hopped on the front ends of all those trends. And they were right in front of me and I could see them and I was resistant. So sometimes you wait a little bit too long for that confirmation and it can hurt you. So remember, this isn't a majority of your portfolio. There's only part of your portfolio that you're willing to throw into things that are trending. All right, guys. That's all I got. Be blessed.